Should film stars be paid more than prime ministers? Jack Buchanan had his own ideas on that question, put to the Daily Express Film Brains Trust.
I remember once working in America, for instance, and I earned not £100,000, I can assure you, but I earned what satisfied me. But I found when I got back to England that I owed myself money.
Now, the next question is from Gladys Jackson, writing from London, West 8. She wants the Brains Trust to tell her, what is the difference between acting for the stage and the cinema? When?
At the end of a long run, one can give quite an adequate performance and be thinking about catching the last train or what you're going to have for supper while you're playing quite an important scene. But you can't get away with that in a film studio. Everything is concentrated onto that tiny little bit of celluloid. Personally, I've spent the last 3 months of my life trying to make out what exactly is picked up by the camera and what is missed by the camera. And I'm sure Mr. Mills will be able to explain that much more competently than I can.
Well, I don't know really whether I know what is actually picked up and what isn't picked up. I know that when I go and see my rushes the next day, I'm always convinced that the camera has picked up just what I didn't want it to pick up. But I think the question was answered really fully, as far as I'm concerned. I think the only thing that matters, really matters, in film acting is complete sincerity, which means really complete thinking.
The question is, are film critics really necessary?
No, Mr. Betts, I won't.
Johnny?
I think they're necessary, but I feel very strongly that the way things are worked out, it is not possible for any film critic, even Mr. Betts, to give of his best, because I think the conditions that they have to see the pictures in are entirely unfair to the film. They see the new epic, as a rule, with no audience reaction, which is as vital, in my opinion, to a picture as a play.
Ideally speaking, I agree with you, Johnny. I think that we should all see them with the audience. But in this imperfect world, that isn't possible. I don't want to put too many spokes in the wheel. It isn't my job to do that. But if anybody really wants to know whether critics are really necessary, my answer is, it is necessary to have one critic. I blush to say who it is.